Greeting, Ohio Roller Girl fans. Welcome to our second pregame show. We're setting up here tonight for Survival of the Fastest. With me tonight, filling in for Caesar and for the Voices head referee, the notorious BYG.
Hello, everybody. How are you doing?
BYG, thanks for joining us tonight. What a season so far, my friend.
It is unbelievable.
It's been nuts. You've been calling all these games. I do not envy you in the very least. I like the fact that my job is to drink beer and talk, and yours is to make all the hard calls and get the girls mad at you after the game. So
I wish I could drink beer and call the game, but that it doesn't really work that way.
Yeah, in a perfect world, huh?
It'd cause more problems.
Probably. Well, last games we had a Xanadu or die, and this was a really huge bout for everybody involved, as all the teams went into it 1-1, but nobody came out of it 1-1. A big.
Well, I mean, it's just the one thing I can say about this whole season. It's been a surprise to all of us. As a ref, I'm trying. It doesn't make a difference to me. Who's winning or losing, but I'm still have to admit to being a little surprised at the turnout of the last few games.
I was surprised too, as we saw in a head-to-head matchup, the Bullies versus the Brawlers. The Bullies came away with a 79-69 win, and then Sprocket's takeout. Sprocket's pulled out 79-71 in the last few jams of that game, thus setting up both teams last year that were 1-5 are now sitting pretty at the number 1 and the number 2 spot.
It's a whole new ball game, or skate game, as the case may be.
Definitely. And it is, truthfully, there's great parity in the league this year, whereas last year you saw the Brawlers and the Takeouts just kind of blow through both the Bullies and the Sprockets. The Brawlers' 2 losses came to the Takeouts. The Takeouts went undefeated. Not the case this year, as the Bullies and Sprockets 2-1 right now. Sprockets number 1. And that sets the stage now for Survival of the Fastest, where in the first game, we're going to see the Sprockets clash horns yet again with the Band of Brawlers.
That should be a good game. It's always exciting watching both of them play.
Yeah, it is always exciting to watch those two teams play. And we're going to have to look at what the keys to victory for both these teams. For the Sprockets, I think it's going to come down first and foremost to their jammers. Great jammer core, Dirty Girl. They got Mesosaurus, they have Luna Chicken and Handlebars. And they've done a real good job with this core this season, as you can see by their top 10 jammer stats, BYG.
I mean, as far as jammer points, I mean, we've got Dirty Girl, she's ranked number 4. Luna's ranked at 8, and Handlebars is number 10. I mean, those are some pretty good jammers right there.
It is a very good set of jammers. The thing is, though, what they're going to have to watch out for in their pack is penalties. Because right now, that's something that the Sprockets are having a little bit of trouble with, as you can go to the stats to show that as well.
Boy, as far as worst penalties, I'm not even sure where to. Oh, most penalties, yeah. Well, you've got, again, Holly Hot Wheels is number 2 on the most penalties, So Jackie is looking like number 2, and the Devil is number 7. So they've got 3 top 10 ranked. Well, right now the Sprockets have 3 top 10 ranked penalty drawers, as well as 3 of the top 10 ranked scorers for jamming.
And that could be a problem for them in this game if they do start to get into penalty trouble, because all 3 of those players are significant pack players that really impact the game for them. One other thing, though, Holly Hot Wheels right now leading the league with a staggering 45 floor assists right now. Floor stats, that's including jammer takeouts, pack takeouts, blocks, whips, assists, pushes, all that stuff. She's all over the place. She's like a one-woman army out there making sure that her jammers are getting through. And finally, the other thing that I kind of question is, how will the Sprockets handle being in this big game? Last year, like I said, 1-5, they were, they were the underdogs. Now they're in an unfamiliar territory. They're number 1. Will they be able to deal with this? Will they be able to, or will they still have that same momentum?
In my opinion, I think as long as they stay calm, cool, and collected, they should do all right.
I feel the same way, but that's easy for us to say right here at the ring.
Easier said than done.
Game day, the butterflies come out, so who knows what's going to happen there. They're taking on the Brawlers. Now, the Brawlers have been in this situation before. They've been to a championship game, but it's a little different this year. Between last game and this game, they ended up losing Killa Fitzgerald and Sid Vixen to school obligations. So they're gone right now for the remainder of the year, and who knows how much longer. So at this point, that's a real heavy blow. They're really going to have people step up. One of the things they're really going to have to step up with is their defense. They got great defensive players. They got Mia Slam returning from a wrist injury. They have Triptease, who has just been dominant at the pivot position this year, and Patty Atlanta Slam, who's really stepped up as well. And they're actually, right now, if I go to the plus minus here, Patty's number 2 on the list as a rookie, Trip number 3, and Mia number 4. BYG, that's huge.
That's good play.
That's amazing play as far as getting the positive points. I think in this game, with that being said, they have that defense. They're really going to have to put it on the shoulders of their experienced jammers. One experienced and one rookie, I might add. They're going to have to give it to Gypsy Warfare. Gypsy was voted player to watch last year at our awards banquet, and I think that she is going to be the player to watch in this game to see if she can step up, take a leadership role, and really score some points. And then Hurricane Jane, who in my opinion has got to be in that top 5, top 3 spot for Rookie of the Year. I think she's got to really have a game of a lifetime here, BYG.
Jane's derby game grows in leaps and bounds. Every time I see her play, it's like watching a new player.
It is. It's amazing. And they're going to need her to do that out there and then find a third jammer to fill in. You might see Mia Slam go to the line. You might see Trip Tease go to the line. They're going to have to put somebody out there to give those 2 big jammers a rest and give them a little bit of downtime so they can go out there and do those jobs effectively.
Well, Trip has been known to jam a couple of times.
Trip has been known to jam a few times, and Slam's been known to jam. So we'll have to see how that plays out. The Brawlers still have a lot of injuries, though. Right now, Wreckin' Gothica, and Jaden Blaze, all rookies. All 3 still out with broken legs. Jaden Blaze finally got the clearance but wasn't able to make the cut on this game. We're hoping to be able to see her for the championships. Gothica and Wreck, a little worse off. They're still recovering. Wreck and Roller actually getting 5 screws taken out of the plate in her leg within a couple weeks. And I talked to her the other day via email, and she told me that she's going to have a rod permanently in her lower leg for life, steel rod from that nasty spill she took back on February 1st.
The bionic roller.
The bionic roller, indeed. Rocking the RoboCop leg. Well, that's the first game. Pretty good matchup.